Hey, what do you say? Happy Wednesday, everyone. Meteorologist James Scott right here in the Weather Impact Center filling in for Tim. Don't you worry, he'll be back tonight at 11. So let's just get things started talking about what's going on in our neck of the woods. Yes, indeed, we are talking about Winston-Salem. Certainly seeing that haze at the moment over the Dash City. Remember, we have that code orange air quality alert really across our area. That means unhealthy for sensitive groups. Essentially, it just means air quality just really isn't great right now. It's best to spend that time indoors. It is hot outside, folks. I just spent a lot of time outdoors in the weather garden. Already have the utmost respect for Tim. Even more respect now because this is brutal weather to be wearing, a full suit at the moment. So not only is the air quality bad, remember we do have those burn bans in effect just for Guilford County. Not that you should be setting fires really anywhere across the Piedmont at the moment because look at that red. Really all across the Piedmont into the foothills. That is extreme fire danger from the NC State Forestry Service and Climate Office as well. Again, it's just too hot for a fire anyway. Please don't be burning. We just had a pretty major fire over at the Jamestown Park here in Guilford County because of a grill. So that does include grilling, no outdoor burns whatsoever, fireworks included there. So the drought, yes, I haven't really seen much of a difference, but that's a big reason. It's mainly just because I should say, remember this monitor only comes out once a week, so we'll get some more information tomorrow there, but we're seeing that extreme approaching exceptional. We actually did have exceptional over Charlotte. Good news is with all that rain they received 2 weeks ago, that did go away. It was actually downgraded to severe, but 96% of the state in at least that orange color, that darker orange, that severe, and then I think it's 59% in that extreme, which is in the red. It is still downright toasty. It's past 6:30. We're past the heat of the day. Someone forgot to tell Mother Nature, though. Look at this, 91 in Greensboro, 93, still holding on to that in Danville. I think they've had 3 straight days now with record highs at RDU. They got up to 96. This might be the third day in a row, actually, at 96, and those were all record highs. 90 in Statesville, look over in the foothills, 88 in Wilkesboro, 90 in Allegheny County and Mount Airy. Whew. I'm just feeling a little bit cooler looking at those mountains, though. 69 in Jefferson, 73 in Boone. Looking a whole lot better there. So heading into the evening, if you are headed out and about, it's going to be kind of another mild and muggy type evening. Temperatures only getting into the mid to upper 60s. So really AC weather pretty much even into the evening. Big changes, though. They are on the way. Look at this 5-day rain potential. Anywhere between 2 to 4 inches. Looks like pretty healthy from Columbia on up into the Tar Heel State. Now, of course, a lot of times when these systems come in from northwest down to southeast, the Appalachian Mountains takes a big bite out of that moisture. So again, even if we saw just 1 to 2, that would be a great step in the correct direction. So a lot of this moisture, I think, is going to arrive, especially Friday into Saturday, but rain chances, they do pick up by our Thursday evening, and actually wouldn't shock me if we see a strong to severe storm. I don't know if it's enough to issue a weather impact alert, but don't be shocked if you see a heavy gusty storm come through that I-40 corridor, and especially maybe points towards the north late Thursday into our Friday. Speaking of severe weather, look at New Jersey at the moment, just getting lit up by those severe storms, heavy storms at that. The rain, the lightning also rolling through West Virginia at the moment. So switching things on over to our future track here. Look at this. Overnight tonight, again, another mild, muggy start. So we'll see if we can get those pop-up thunderstorms to come in earlier. If they do, look at that, right over Greensboro. Yes, indeed, it could certainly be a little bit cooler. So something to keep in mind there, something to watch out for. Yeah, we'll see about that. But overall, the bulk of the rain chances, they start to build in probably a couple hours before sunset. I'm talking maybe for your evening commute, also something to be aware of. You'll see even temperatures quickly rebound. You just saw Greensboro at 81 and kind of go down to 72, now back up to 81 again. So again, it still will be on the warm side for our Thursday, even if you do see rain. Now, if it's consistent rain throughout the day, which I don't think is going to happen, it will be a whole lot cooler, obviously. But look how much cooler it is going to be getting into our Friday. This is in the morning. 50s and 60s. Nothing too crazy. As we get in the afternoon, we have that classic wedge effect. Notice the winds coming in out of the north and east, and that's going to make it really hard to get out of the 60s. If we stay blanketed in, socked in with the rain, the clouds, we really may not get much above 60, if at all. So there are a few uncertainties at the moment for Friday's forecast, but one thing I can tell you, it's going to be a whole lot cooler. A second thing I can tell you, it's going to be a lot wetter and cloudier too. Now, it looks like the best rain chances in the short term, the next 3 to 5 days. That comes overnight Friday into our Saturday, and a lot of short range models are keying in on this at the moment. Could be some pretty heavy rainfall as well. I was just showing you what the European model's throwing out for us, 2 to 4 inches. The graph, our in-house model here, that seems to largely agree. So this is just over the next 72 hours, give or take a few hours. And look at that. Obviously, there will be winners and losers, as there always are, when there's just, kind of a frontal system moving through that's not exactly the blanketing rain, that's scattered activity. So you could range anywhere. Again, this is just actually through Friday evening, So not even over the next 3 days, not even over the next 72 hours. This is really over the next 48 hours. And 2 inches of rain, hey, that would be pretty nice. Maybe even more than that in areas like Wilkesboro and the Mount Airy. Now, again, this is just one model run. This is not going to be perfect. So some areas could get a little bit heavier rain. Some areas could, I don't think they'll get blanked out, but some areas obviously, again, could end up being some losers. So over the next few days, obviously for today, that's a little bit messed up there. Hey, no worries. It's actually just a day behind, but temperatures are going to cool down a major way for our Friday. Let's just show that 7-day forecast for you real quick here. And again, I'll come off stage. So looking at Friday into our Saturday, that's when the cool down arrives. It's still going to be on the hot side for our Thursday. If we stay completely dry, and I don't think we stay dry, but say we do, 90s are going to be another shoe. And that said, those scattered thunderstorms, especially starting in the afternoon, moving into the evening, that'll be too late to keep us from those mid-80s. So mid to lower 60s for our Friday and Sunday. Remember, getting that wedged in effect, that high pressure up to our north, filtering in cooler air from the north and east, that cooler, dense air. It wedges, it sinks, and dams itself up against the Appalachian Mountains. That's why we also call this term cold air damming. And once in place, it could be kind of hard to remove. So that's a big reason why I'm keeping us in the mid to lower 60s Friday and Saturday. Could areas just to our south, maybe Davidson County, moving into the Charlotte area, towards the Uwharrie, the Troy region, Montgomery County, towards Fayetteville, obviously the coast, that could be actually significantly warmer, maybe even into the mid-80s. But look at these temperatures recovering in a big way. Monday, Tuesday, we're kind of getting back in that classic summertime pattern where it's hot, it's on the humid side, and we have those scattered thunderstorms rolling through in the afternoon. So the real bulk, the meat and potatoes of those rain chances appears to be Friday and Saturday. I don't know if I'd go as far to call it a washout. It might be just one step below that. But regardless, I think a lot of us will enjoy that Memorial Monday. I know we don't want to see a whole lot of blanketing rain for Memorial Day weekend, but boy, do we need it. Hey, folks, stick around. We'll be right back with Brad Panovich. I'll be joining you again shortly.